Shakespeare in Context course with the study trip to Stratford and London has been going on for 30 years. So each year the itinerary slightly changes and the plays that the students see differ. The title of the course allows for several interpretations. So Shakespeare in Context from a Renaissance point of view would be Shakespeare in his day and what the plays mean in the context of 16th and early 17th century England and Europe. It also means Shakespeare in modern context, and so what Shakespeare means to the students today, what Shakespeare means in London today, in the world today, and that is perhaps the most essential part of the trip to Stratford and London, to understand Shakespeare in the modern day context. The trip ties into class discussions in that the 5 plays that we saw in Stratford and London in late March, we had read in class, analyzed in class, were tested on in class before we left for Stratford and London. And so the appreciation for the plays is completely different. And the experience of seeing the plays with that kind of knowledge already under one's belt is just far superior.
There shall not be one spot of love in it.
Excellent. Pretty awful look on what love is supposed to be, no?
Countrymen and lovers!
The lineup of the plays was absolutely amazing. It allowed the students to see several different genres that Shakespeare himself explored as a playwright, such as comedy and tragedy and historical tragedies. It allowed the students to go to different theaters and to explore the London scene. So from the Old Vic to the Young Vic to the Globe to the Watermaker Theatre. It allowed for us to learn Shakespeare and to see Shakespeare in his native setting.
It's the last day of our trip. It's been really fun seeing all the plays, Julius Caesar, Antony and Cleopatra, Midsummer's Night Dream. It was really fun. I got to meet Daniel Radcliffe, and I'm kind of sad it's ending.
But there's no vote.
The interpersonal transactions that happen between the professor and the students on the trip are wonderful, and the amount of time that we spend together in 5 days doubles, triples the amount of time that we spend together in the classroom.
Yeah, I think they were all great actors.
So we get to know each other, and we get to teach each other and to respond to each other much more openly, much more informally than in a classroom environment.